So, after seeing a video of Serpa design about making a terrarium, I said to myself, why not? So, out I went, looking for stones to make a false bottom. Here I was collecting them on the side of the river. Are all stones that came from the water. After a while collecting stones, this thing came before my eyes, and I said to myself, wow, this is a good material. Looks nice, has nice curves. It's been worked out by the river and the stones. It came from who knows where, and just look at these curves. All natural, all worked, polished by the stones and the river. Anyway, I've gathered all the things that were supposed to go inside, as said by the Serpa design guy. You can see the stones, a little bit of charcoal, various types of moss, the wood. So I'm starting by putting the false bottom that consists of these stones I collected earlier, and there were smaller stones, bigger stones. After the first bottom came the mesh. I used this piece of mesh that I usually use for bonsai. It's a thick mesh that I cut just a little bit bigger than the pot itself. I placed it on the bottom so that, as Serpa design guy told, it could keep the dirt up. Next I put it on the charcoal. This were bits of charcoal from the last time I've made a barbecue and I found them laying on the ground after being washed by the rain, the snow and everything else. So I put a layer of this coal. Point I took the wood that I showed earlier, tried to fit it inside in a nice manner, that it would curve alongside the walls of the container. It fit very well. Then I went up filling with dirt. It was very sandy dirt. It was I've collected it underneath the leaves, under the leaves, close to dying wood. So it's filled with life. It's filled with bugs, filled with worms, and all the things that came with it. Even those little tiny white things that eat bacteria. I don't know how they call it. Springtails. So I filled it up with this dirt. Now things get interesting. As you can see, I have some Ficus retrosa cuttings that I managed to give them roots. Just look at them. There are small plants with just 2 or 3 leaves. And I think this is going to be a main problem because they can eat a lot of oxygen and all that things. So I placed the first one. I will try to make it stay a little better. Adding a little moss so it can stand much more firmly on the top, on the bottom. Trying to getting there. So the first one is in place. I think I should add a rock. Let's see if I can just get there. Okay. Now let's see how can I position. So here I'm adding a little bit of dirt on the second floor where the wood touches the glass, which I intend to make a little higher than the other things. And this cutting is a cutting of a juniper, also small as you can see. And I would like to make this landscape from juniper that sits on top and the ficuses that goes down. So I'm trying to get there this juniper. Adding a little bit of moss on the roots so that it can be stabilized. And now I'm gonna add the third plant, right in the middle. It's a very small one. I will add a little bit of dirt to cover the roots, just like that in the middle, and work it well, trying to get it as it's a little bit difficult. I found these little fellows that can go inside my jar.